going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 215 Sports Podcast.
What's going on, everyone?
What's going on, everybody?
Nice to be here.
It is nice to be here. It's actually very nice outside.
It actually feels really good in the studio, too, today. It's not too hot.
It does.
You know, there's been plenty of times where we come in here and we're like, geez, we're sweating.
Sitting in here like it's a sauna, but...
Feels nice in here.
Feels nice, yeah. And...
You know what doesn't feel nice, though?
What does not feel nice?
The fact that Garcia is not going to be playing for the entire rest of the season, most likely. I don't think it's official that he's out for the season.
It's not official yet, but when you tear your lat on on a throw from deep right center field, and you don't even start on the 10-day injured list, you go straight to the 60-day injured list.
Yeah.
I was searching up.
There's like 4 different strains.
Yeah, I was searching up like right lat recovery, and then there's, if it was a strain, it was like 2 to 3 months. But then there was another one where it's like, if it's a full tear, it's like 6 to 9 months, and it's like, well, you're not going to be playing after that.
And I think even if it's like a partial tear, it's what, like 12 weeks or something like that. Which still at that point you're coming back in September. And I mean. And that's positive.
When you have the report saying that Garcia is unlikely to play this season, the Phillies traded for Derek Hill. They called up
immediately. They traded for him.
like a day after.
Literally not even 24 hours afterward. They immediately traded for him.
Apparently, they had engaged in conversation with him before.
Okay.
The injury to Garcia, then...
Because, that makes sense, because they got him so quick once Garcia got down.
And then once the injury happened, it was just like, all right, well, we're going to trade for you now.
Yeah, it was. They literally played one... Did they even play a game without...
I'm not even sure.
Him once Garcia got hurt? Yeah, I think they traded for him. He got injured immediately.
He got injured and immediately got traded the next day.
Yeah, so I don't even know if the Phillies played a game without having Hill on their roster since Garcia's gotten hurt, which is crazy to think about. So the timing that the timing of the injury, I guess, is slightly beneficial for the fact that they were already targeting someone to make a trade, but still, obviously not favorable that as soon as Garcia starts heating up, 2 weeks, he's hitting
injured.
He had 3 home runs over 2 weeks. He had started getting singles and
when
knocking
started
people
talking
in.
Trash about him. That's when he got immediately injured. So it's just like, dude, what the heck?
Yeah, and it's not really like Garcia has much injury history. I feel like
he was injured the past few seasons, but besides that, it's like.
But not for extended periods of time though. It's been nicks and bumps and bruises.
Now this is straight.
This is a pretty significant injury.
Season-ending injury. Most likely. Phillies ending injury.
Yeah, I was gonna say this might end potentially his baseball career in America at least. There might be another team that takes some type of gamble
thinking
on
about
him.
But with your lat, because your lat is one of the main movements for pulling, and that's gonna affect your swing. Not just that, not just the throwing, the
Plus,
swing.
Plus, couple in the fact that he has been declining at the plate for the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
His career might be over. His Major League Baseball career might be over.
Hitting on a minor league contract, and that's the most he's getting.
Or playing, in some other
Mexican league, independent, or
going over to Japan or Korea or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere where,
but
a team will take him. But I don't really think he's going to be able to get a major league action.
Probably. I mean, he might get invited to some camps, spring training and stuff like that. And then depending upon how he does. But I don't really know if we're going to see Adolis Garcia play in a Phillies uniform again or a baseball uniform again. So...
And you've heard the rumors that the Phillies want to add at the deadline. They want to add some outfield depth, of course.
Well, they needed to before Garcia.
So now you're stuck with Marsh, who's been probably the best outfielder.
Yeah, Marsh has been fantastic.
Justin Crawford
Hill, has been
and Gabriel Rincones.
I mean, hey, he had a hit. He had a home run last night.
First major league hit last night was a home run.
He had another
really nice
RBI, beaten out.
Yep, ground ball.
Would have been a double play, but he hustled and beat it out.
He's actually the second Philly to hit a home run for their first career hit.
Oh, as their first career hit?
Yeah.
Was the other one Dubs?
No, the other one is Felix Reyes. I meant this season.
Oh, okay. You meant this season. Okay.
But no, Dubs did hit his first career home run.
Yeah, because I was going to say Dubs definitely had his first career hit as a home run.
Yep, I was at that game.
But the Phillies definitely need some type of help, and even if Rincones ends up being a guy that is able to hit left-handed pitching, you're still going to need someone for the other side of the platoon.
Yeah.
And
you can't just be throwing out, Otto Kemp and Felix Reyes platoon left and right. Like, come on, we've seen these guys flail in the majors.
And even though Rincones had, the home run last night, and he had the RBI, it's not like he had good numbers while down in AAA. I mean, he was hitting, I think, like 202 or like 220 or something like that.
He was limited to, only a specific amount of games because he had gotten injured.
Right.
So you're calling this guy up who's just gotten back from injury. You're throwing him in there as a platoon option because you're out of options.
Yeah. And I don't know if they're going to give him the opportunity to even really face right-handed pitching. Left-handed pitching. Because his average against left-handed pitching is significantly worse.
It's the Phillies had two.
It's like 150 something
left-handed pitchers in the series against the Brewers, and he didn't play in those games.
No, so he's not gonna.
And he went up against Mike Srowski, and he embarrassed the Phillies.
Well, I mean, and Mizrowski kind of. That's a very, very tough first pitcher to go against.
Well, first of all, we got to talk
Major
about
League Baseball game.
But the rest of the lineup, 1 through 9. I mean, if it wasn't for that Kyle Schwarber little bloop single in the center field, that would have been a perfect game.
Yeah,
think of it that way. He was one batter away from a perfect game.
Yeah, Mizrowski's no joke.
He's not.
He's nothing. He's incredible, and he's going to give Christopher Sanchez a run for Cy Young this year.
He is,
I mean, the two of them are
Christopher Sanchez
going to be battling for it.
Struggled in his start against Milwaukee.
And all it takes is like 3 or 4 of those to potentially mess up your Cy Young, candidacy. So now Mizrowski's obviously capable of having those type of starts as well. I mean, we've seen guys like Paul Skeens get batted around for 5 runs and getting taken out before the end of the 5th inning by this Phillies lineup.
Yeah, but if he continues doing what he's doing, then
he's gonna be.
It's gonna be a tough race for the Cy Young award.
But
between both of those two,
I mean, Sanchez just has to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only pitcher that threw 50 scoreless innings this season, so he tried to beat that. Mike Srowski.
He's got to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, but
regardless of what happens with Cy Young, we know that pitching is the strength of this team. The bullpen is one of the better bullpens, probably, I would want to say, in baseball. And they definitely have been one of the top 5 bullpens in baseball probably the past month.
Their bullpen's just don't talk about Brad Keller on Saturday night.
But everyone else in their bullpen has been really good basically all season long. I mean, Duran has got 16 saves and 17 opportunities, right?
Yeah, he blew 1 save this season.
Yeah, he's blown 1. That's it.
That's it, yep.
That's, for being in June, having 16, 17 saves, however many he has, to only blow 1, that's pretty dang good.
Ryan Kerkering, pretty good.
Shugart has been good. We highlighted him. Bolin has rounded into form after having a couple of rough,
and he's actually
really
doing better than Matt Strahm.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it today, and I was seeing, there's no way that he's doing better than Matt Strahm. And
I've been pleasantly surprised by Bolin.
Matt Strahm has got a 5.40 ERA.
Yeah. I did not have high expectations for him, but he's been pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
He throws pretty fast, too.
Yeah. And Alvarado has pitched much better the past couple of weeks. So they've got a very, very good bullpen. It's not like the Padres bullpen, but it's still a top 5 bullpen in all of baseball.
Yeah.
Plus you got the top end rotation of Wheeler and Sanchez. And then if Luzardo has a good night that night, that could be potentially the top 3 starting pitchers in all of baseball. Those 3 together. So
and then you got Aaron Nola and Andrew Painter.
Yeah, that really
flailing to hold on to the fishing rod.
Like, the Phillies team ERA, if they had not Painter and Nola, would probably be, like, their starting pitching ERA would be, like, 3-something. It would be, like, 3.13. Or it would be, like, obscenely low by the fact that you have Wheeler, who's got, like, a 2.22 right now, and I think Sanchez is at what? Sanchez is even lower than Wheeler is, isn't
Sanchez
he?
is at
He's at, like, a
1.54.
1-something? Yeah.
Wheeler's at 2.002.
Lazardo's probably at, like, 4-something, right?
Yeah, Luzardo's at 4.35.
Mm-hmm. And then you look at Nola and
at 5.86.
Painter at 6.8.
6.43.
Yeah, like, if you had two other pitchers that were just like a traditional regular 4th and 5th line starter where they're getting 4 ERA, then
Alvarado 5.76 ERA.
This would be probably the best rotation in all of baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, the one area they really need to improve on is just the outfield.
Rank the pitchers by ERA. Christopher Sanchez is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really counting, Garrett Stubbs has a 1 scoreless inning, so he has a 0 ERA.
I don't think he pitches enough innings to qualify, sir.
But yeah, Duran has a 1.90 ERA, or Kirkering has a 2.03, Wheeler has a 2.01, and then down at the bottom you got Painter, 6.43.
Yeah.
And that's like double play numbers right there. And then at the bottom, you got Walker.
Oh my goodness, Walker.
And he doesn't even count no more.
I was going to say, he shouldn't qualify at this point anymore.
Third bottom, third to last. And the two people that are below him are Seth Johnson, who's in AAA, and then Walker, who's off the team.
Well, if we're being completely honest, if Andrew Painter wasn't a first-round pick and his name wasn't Andrew Painter, he wouldn't be on the Major League roster anymore. He would be down in AAA now.
He'd probably be in AAA, yes.
Or in AA. He'd be in one of the two. So, definitely they need some type of starting help. And as we saw just recently with Garcia, all it takes is one injury to really mess everything up.
Yeah.
Because one injury to Garcia, and all of a sudden, Stuart Baroa and Derek Hill and Gabriel Rincones
are
3 out of the 5 outfielders that you have. Like, guys that are... Derek Hill, I think, was batting, like 230-something in Chicago?
Yeah,
like
so not really like the best impact bat.
No.
You have Rincones, who can't even touch a left-handed pitcher to save his life.
And has 1 hit in 8 at-bats.
Baroa,
who's been...
I don't know.
Just, like, cast off from multiple different teams and has basically only been called up because of the fact that...
The situation is dire for the Phillies.
Yeah, especially the fact that Crawford has really, really cooled off from his hot start. I mean, Crawford since like May 15th, his batting average is under 200 or something like that.
Yeah, so like Crawford's not like the hyped up prospect everybody was looking for.
So really, all they have to hang their hat on in the outfield is Brandon Marsh, and 4 of the other 5s are kind of duds right now. So we're gonna highlight just some potential impact bats, and for this list, I wanted to go through and actually have it be somewhat realistic, Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be putting, like, Aaron Judge on this list or anything like that. I'm putting on people that are actually going to be available most likely during the trade deadline. And I did include some people that haven't really been talked about as being traded during the season. But I did include one guy that has been involved in trade conversations the past 2 off seasons. But I'm going to start off first with the most probably logical one, by the fact that he's not going to cost you a lot. He's on an expiring contract, and he's got power to mash, and that's Taylor Ward. I mean, this is a guy that's had 30-plus home runs, I think.
Yeah, I think he had 30 home runs last season. He just got traded last offseason.
So
I think the Phillies were talking about him last.
They were interested in him last year. So it's a guy that they're definitely familiar with. They have already scouted. They know what they're going to get out of him. It's not really someone that's going to cost too much of a prospect haul, I don't think. I mean, he's 32 years old on a 1-year contract. You're not going to really give up too much for him. And his numbers are a little bit down as they were from last season. He's not really. I think his batting average right now is like 258 or like 248. He only has 3 or 4 home runs. But I really do think that a lot of that can be attributed to playing at Camden Yards and the fact that
the left field is really, really deep.
Yeah. And looking at his splits, his OPS is 200 points higher on the road than it is at home. His home OPS is like 630 something. His road OPS is like 820 something. So what that says to me is that's a guy that's going to translate well to hitting in Citizens Bank Park. And it's not like he's a bad outfielder or a bad defender. He's serviceable. He's good. I wouldn't say that he's a great outfielder. He's not going to sit there and get, ranked in the top 80 percentile or 70 percentile like Adolis Garcia is in every defensive category. But he's definitely going to be an upgrade on offense, which is primarily what you're looking for right now out of your outfield. I mean, you have Crawford, good defense. Baroa has been fine defensively. What you need out of the outfield is offense. So Taylor Ward would be the most logical and probably cost-effective option. Would you agree?
Probably.
And then after him...
Wait, hold on. Can I just talk about the Mike Trout and just
shut that
idea completely down?
Go for it. I'll give you the floor.
Because I've seen videos saying like Mike Trout should come to the Phillies.
Too old, too expensive, it's too many years on the contract.
Mike Trout, it's Millville, and he's an Eagles fan. Like, yeah, but you listed all my points right there. He's he's in his 30s. He's been injured the last couple of seasons.
He's like 34, isn't he now?
Yeah, he's 33 or 34. He's been injured the last couple of seasons, like where he's had to miss like extended periods of time. And he's
like the past 6 years, he's had to miss extended periods of time.
Yeah, and he's on the expiring contract, which, not an expiring contract, but like a big money contract, which is, something the Phillies like to do, trading for a guy that's in his 30s who's getting paid a ridiculous amount of money.
I think he's also under control by the Angels through 2030.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he does have a no trade clause. So you have to waive his 10-5 rights to be traded. And he's already said like a million times, like, I'm going to stay in Los Angeles. Like,
I mean, I can't blame him for wanting to stay in LA.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But at some point, I would expect him to actually want to,
apparently he said he's never requested a trade, but I can't imagine a team taking on this contract late in his career, because his career is probably over after this contract.
Oh, yeah. Playing through 2030, he would be, what, like 38?
Yeah, maybe he's got a couple more seasons left in the bank, but not like...
At that point, he's a DH only.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to put him out in center field.
I think last season, too, he was primarily DHing the majority of the time, even coming back from his injury.
So it's not like he's a guy you're going to feel comfortable putting in the outfield.
And if you get him and trade away top prospects and acquire, Trout, and he gets injured in right field or whatever, you're back to Gabriel Rincones Jr. and Stuart Baroa. So you got
not only that, you also are pigeonholed by the fact that you took on more money by the fact that you just traded for Mike Trout's huge contract, and you have no other way to get under it now.
What do you got?
There's not a clear let's just release Taijuan Walker and eat the money, or let's just release, Castellanos and eat the money. There's not a clear candidate.
It's like when you got taking on all this money, then you got Nola, who's
you can't do anything with him. You got 5 years on his contract left.
It'll just add to the bad contracts. Trout, Nola,
right.
Turner, who's been awful this year.
So you can't take on another contract that's like that. You just can't.
No, absolutely not.
So I agree with you. I do not, even though it would be cool, like I'm not going to lie, it would be cool for him to be on the Phillies. It's just, it wouldn't make any type of logistical
unless
sense.
the Angels have let me say this again. Unless the Angels would tell the Phillies, all right, we'll have to retain some of this money.
Yeah.
Because there's no way the Phillies can take that contract.
No, they can't.
And increase their payroll with the salary cap.
Or they take on someone that has a larger contract or a similar size contract, but it's not like the Phillies are going to... Who are they going to? What, they're going to trade Trey Turner to the Angels? Like, no.
No.
Are they going
to trade bad contract for bad contract?
They're going to trade Aaron Nola to the Angels?
Yeah, like
probably
what?
not. The Angels don't want him. Like,
I mean, the Angels love taking like flyers on players that are, bums and washed and old, and I feel like Nola's going to be fitting that category very soon.
Yeah, but one guy from the Angels that the Phillies could actually go after would be Joe Adell, and Joe Adell has not had the most stellar start to his highly coveted prospect career. I mean,
back then he was a top prospect.
Mm-hmm.
He was, supposed to be this like new age of Angels outfield, and he really struggled for a good amount of time in his career.
Yeah,
and then he really started picking it up.
He started to come on towards the end of last year.
2025, 20 home runs in 2024, 37 home runs career high in 2025.
Yep. So
he has the power numbers. He's kind of like a little bit of Garcia because he's got his defense, he's got his power,
and he does have a little bit of speed.
Yeah, he's going to strike out a good amount of times, but
he's a guy that is going to translate once again very good to Citizens Bank Park. He's another guy who his home road splits are much better on the road. He plays in a very pitcher-friendly park. Angel Stadium is always been a pitcher's park. I mean, it kind of helps when you're right in the dead spot of the Santa Ana Winds. So anytime there's a night game, there's like 0 home runs that ever get hit.
Yep. He's only getting paid $5 million this season. He becomes a free agent in,
I think, after next year, right?
After next year,
yeah.
Yep.
He's got one more year of club control. So it would be someone that would probably cost a little bit higher of a prospect capital, but he's 27. You have the opportunity to get him in the building and potentially extend him before he gets to free agency if you end up liking him.
It may not cost you as much as it's going to cost
at the end of next year if he has a really good season.
Yep.
So I would definitely be on board for a trade for Joe Adell, even if it meant giving up one of the top 10 prospects that they have. I'd be fine with that.
It'd probably have to be worth a top 10 prospect.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I'd be fine with them giving away either, I guess, honestly, do we really want to protect Miller at this point?
Yeah, I'm not going to trade Aidan Miller for Joe Adell, though. That's the thing. Like, I'll trade Aidan Miller.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
I'll trade Aidan Miller maybe for the next guy on our list.
Like, I would trade it
still.
I would trade Aidan Miller for the right guy, but I don't know if Joe Adell is the right guy.
Yeah, I would trade Aidan Miller for Byron Buxton.
Oh yeah, 100%. But even I feel like a little bit lesser caliber of a player, I would still trade Aidan Miller if it's just Aidan Miller.
Yeah,
it's not like anyone else.
If he wasn't a top-rated prospect, then yeah, but
I agree with you, but I'm really worried about that back.
I'm really worried about that back. I'm worried about
dude.
His back in development. I don't want him to, I don't want Dombrowski to say, like, we're keeping our prospect. He's going to turn out good. We don't need to sign anybody. We got Bohm.
Yeah, like
and he comes up and starts hitting, like, 210 with a 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Yeah. It's like, oh, dude, what did we just put ourselves into? So, unless you can get me like a Byron Buxton or Joe Ryan or someone that is worth that trade.
But he's not untouchable at this point like he was last year.
Yeah, he's
last
definitely
year
not
he was untouchable, He's
definitely not untouchable now with the way that the Phillies have to compete. I mean, this is probably like the second to last or even last year that, like, you need to compete now. You need to go all in because you've seen the struggles over the past, 3 seasons. If you don't win, then you're screwed. You have a declining farm system. You have bad contracts, aging players, and they're going to be stuck like that.
Yeah,
it's going to be purgatory. They're going to be losing a bunch of games next season. It seems like it's not going to be fun to watch.
No. So we've gone through 2. We've gotten Taylor Ward and Joe Adell.
Mm-hmm.
So now third on the list, and this isn't in like any particular order that I like put this list in. I just put 5 guys, just 5 guys. So third on here is Randy Arozarena. Now, to anyone listening that's like, huh? Randy Arozarena? Why would the Mariners trade Randy Arozarena when, they just went to the ALCS last year and were one win away from going to the first World Series?
I think Randy Arozarena is a free agent.
He is. He's on an expiring contract. He's done after this year. The Mariners have tried to trade him the past 2 off seasons because they do not want to commit big money to him. They're afraid of committing big money to him, not only because he is a guy that's a big name, so he's going to command money, but he doesn't really give you that big name production that I want to say really comes with the name Randy Arozarena. When you think Randy Arozarena, we all think Tampa Bay, 8 home runs in the postseason, or 9 home runs in the postseason.
Something like that.
That's what you're thinking of. That's not really who he actually is. He's not a huge power guy. I mean, he is a guy that can hit you 20 a season, but he's not someone that's going to pop off like 10 home runs in a matter of like 20 or 30 games. Like, that's just not his style of play.
Good defense, though.
He's got some very good defense, so you wouldn't be losing a lot in defensively. He would still be an upgrade over Garcia. I think he's hitting like 291. So he's hitting 291, I think 8 home runs, like 35 RBIs.
Yeah, here we go.
7 home runs, 35
7 home
RBIs.
Runs, 33 RBIs,
33
291,
RBIs.
826 OPS. That's pretty good stats.
So he's having a pretty good season, I would want to say.
Yeah, he's probably be the new left fielder. He'd probably have to move Brandon Marsh to right field.
Which I think Brandon Marsh is perfectly capable of handling right field.
Played right field, so there should be no issues with that.
Exactly. And if you're sitting here going, well, why would they trade away a player having a good season when they're in the middle of a championship run? Well, it's because they also have a guy down in their minors right now by the name of Lazaro Montez. And this dude can fucking rake. In 51 games, he has 21 home runs and 55 RBIs in Double-A.
248 average, 20 home runs, 54 RBIs. So,
in 51 games.
Yeah.
This dude can absolutely rake. I believe he's been one of their top 10 prospects the past 2 years. He's 21, I believe, or 22.
Yeah, but the jump from Double-A to, Triple-A... I mean, not the jump from Double-A.
Yeah, Double-A to MLB.
Double-A to MLB is, that's a big difference, I feel like.
It is, but the Mariners are not a team that's afraid of calling up young players. Cole Emerson.
Yeah, that's true.
Cole Young.
He's a number 27th ranked prospect.
In all of MLB.
Yep.
So he's a guy that comes with prowess. If he continues to do what he's doing, I wouldn't be completely surprised if the Mariners decided, we're not going to bring back Arozarena next year anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with the Arozarena.
And they still, they have Victor Robles, who doesn't even play.
Victor Robles. Oh, my God.
That's still
a flash in the past.
They have him on their outfield roster that doesn't even play. They got Rayleigh that can play the outfield. They have a bunch of different guys that they could put in the outfield to make up for the fact that they don't have Randy. Only thing is are they comfortable with bringing up this Montez kid to have him play left field every day? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if come July, he's getting called up.
I don't know with the way, if he's still playing well, if he
goes all of June playing the same way that he is, he's going to be up by July.
Yeah, he'll probably get a call up, but even still.
And then see how he performs up in the majors, because the Mariners are not the type of organization that likes to let people leave without getting compensation for it. And Randy Arozarena is definitely someone that they've already predetermined that they're not going to bring back. And if that's going to be the case, I wouldn't be surprised if they shipped him here for someone else that they believe could help their team. And who do the Phillies that could possibly have that could help out the Mariners? I mean, we've highlighted Alec Boehm a couple of times. because that's someone that plays directly to the Mariners' weaknesses of
maybe
too many strikeouts.
Rune Escobar.
I mean, someone that would be MLB ready.
Okay.
I don't know if you were to actually trade for Randy, you might have to give up an MLB talent, I feel like, in order to get Randy. It might not be just
an
prospects.
Expiring contract for an expiring contract.
That type of deal plus a prospect, I think. And you could probably get Randy Arozarena.
I wouldn't give a top 10 prospect, though. I'd give maybe a top 15 prospect.
It depends who it is in the top 10. If it was like, someone that's like 8, 9, or 10, I feel like I'd be fine with. Like Griffin Burkholder, who's like number 10.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Griffin Burkholder? I don't know anything about him.
Well, not at the moment.
I've looked up his outfield, like his stats. He's not anything really to write home about.
Yeah, he's still an A-ball, though, so he's got some time.
Right, and I think you got, Dante Nori is, number 6.
Yeah, he's actually having a good season in Clearwater. 273, 831 average, 831 OPS. He's got 4 home runs. He does strike out a lot. I'll say that.
That's anyone today in baseball.
True.
But
he's got 10 doubles.
I'd be fine with letting him go for Randy Arozarena.
Yeah, that would probably have to be the price you pay for Randy Arozarena, so.
So that's the third guy that we got on the list. And that's probably one that I would say is not in the unlikely category, but it's just that's kind of like if the situation falls together perfectly, that type of deal can happen. This next one is more of a traditional, this could definitely happen just because the Cubs are probably not going to be a good team reaching for the playoffs this year, and that's Ian Happ. Now, a lot of guys highlight his other guy.
Really? Did the Cubs really fall off that hard?
Yeah, they're below 500, I think, at this point now.
Oh, my goodness. There's no way. I really didn't. I'm not checking tabs on the Cubs and be like, ooh, they're
But now
they're 38 and 35. I swear they were one of the best teams in the National League.
And
when they were playing the Phillies.
They've really fallen off.
They really have, yeah.
And it's been a bad 2, 3
I've heard Seiya Suzuki
for the Cubs
on the rise, and I was like, really? I feel like the Cubs were one of the top teams in the National League, going at it. But now I see that they're
cratering, and they're cratering hard.
They are.
And they got a lot of older players too. I mean, I don't want to say older.
I mean, when the Cardinals are above them, and the Cardinals aren't supposed to be in this position, then
plus you're already trying to chase down the Brewers.
Yeah, and the Brewers are running away with it right now.
Exactly. Brewers might end up with the best record in the National League again this year.
Yeah,
potentially.
Maybe. I mean, the Dodgers are right behind them, but
so
that's their only competition, it seems like.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, if that's the case, how long is Chicago going to hold out to try to, compete? If they're going to be 6 or 7 games out by the time you get to July, what's the point? You might as well just cut your losses on the season and,
Yeah, I don't. Well, they would only do a soft sell. You're not going to hard sell. No.
But
these players locked in on heavy money contracts.
But Suzuki, I believe, is hurt right now. I do think he's coming back from injury sometime over the next week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just so he got injured in the field.
Yeah, but Suzuki's not really the guy that I would want to go after. I would want to go after Ian Happ. Ian Happ has got more of a track record of being a success than, say, a Suzuki does. They're both the same age. Happ is probably the better defensive fielder, I want to say. And I do like the fact that he's a switch hitter as well. And you don't have to worry about him cratering against one side or the other. Because career, his batting average is 20 points higher from the right side than it is from the left. So you're not getting too much of a drop-off no matter who it is that's going to be pitching to him. He's a guy that's been in the league for a long time. He's got experience playing with some of the players that are on this team by the fact that he's played with Kyle Schwarber before. I believe he grew up with Bryce Harper, and like he was one of the guys that grew up out in Vegas that with like Anthony Rizzo and who's the other guy that always gets mentioned with Rizzo, Harper, and there was another guy that was like on that Vegas team.
He's on an expiring contract though.
Right. So it's probably not going to cost you too much to actually go out and get him.
I don't know about, let me check Suzuki real quick, but I didn't know that he was on an expiring contract. And Suzuki's on one more year left
I was
after the
say,
season.
I think he's got 2 years technically, like this year and the next year.
Yeah.
So either way, it's probably not going to cost you too much to get either of them, especially if the Cubs are not going to be very good. It's not like they're going to be...
Yeah, I'm not going to pay heavy money for a guy that's hitting .219 and on a contract that's going to be free agent after the season.
Right, and it's not like
bring back.
The Cubs are going to bring back Ian Happ anyway. I mean, maybe they would, but I don't anticipate them bringing him back because they're not going to be a competitive team probably next year. I mean, you're already this far behind the Brewers, and the Brewers have how many guys that are under 23 years old that are like killing it?
Exactly.
Mizorowski, Chorio. Who else? Terang. Because Terang's young. How old is Terang? I think he might be like 25. But still,
they have some young guns on that team.
They got a very young, good team. Mm-hmm. So it's not like the Cubs are going to be catching them anytime soon.
Nope.
So that would be another guy that would probably fit in really well with this clubhouse. Plus another guy that I think would play pretty well here at Citizens Bank Park. I know that Wrigley Field
Park.
I know Wrigley Field is more seen as pitchers friendly park,
friendly confines,
but I still think that he would definitely translate well to Citizens Bank Park. And he's not a guy that's going to give you a tremendous power, but I mean, he'll hit you 20, maybe 25 if he's having a good year. But he's a guy that constantly makes contact, puts the bat on the ball, doesn't really strike out too much. He walks a decent amount. He's got a good plate discipline. So he's a guy that I would definitely see as a very realistic trade candidate that wouldn't really cost you too much. That could definitely be an improvement over Derek Hill and Gabriel Rincones.
I think anyone is going to be a better improvement than Derek Hill and Gabriel Rincones at this point in time. So,
and then the last guy that I put on here is probably going to be the most unlikely trade candidate, just because he's going to be under control for the next 3 years. But I don't know how the Giants view their window of opportunity. And
they really don't view their window as well, knowing that they've traded already Patrick Bailey, who's a Gold Glove catcher. I mean, he's not going to have the best bat, but
they're probably going to trade away Devers.
If someone can take that contract, Rafael Devers. I've seen Willie Adames on the block. I've seen Matt Chapman on the chopping block as well. So
Ramos is not a guy that we have seen on that block. But it depends how far out they think their window of winning or competing really is. Because he is under control until 2030. He's only 26 years old, so he's still young. Maybe they view... how good is their prospect system, the Giants?
Yeah, the Giants are in a slide. They are 29-43.
Yeah. So, I honestly don't see them being competitive for a long time.
No.
And Heliot Ramos is a guy...
Their best prospect. Their two best prospects are guys that are in rookie ball. Their next three top prospects, 3, 4, and 5, are all in single A or high... no, they're in high A, double A. And then you have 7 and 8 are in high A.
All right, so they're
and your 9th ranked prospect is the first person we see in Triple A.
Okay, so they're a decent period away from winning.
Yeah, you have all these guys that are in A ball and rookie ball.
Yeah, so if that's the case, they might view, hey, Heliot Ramos is a guy that we could probably get a decent prospect return for by the fact that
I'm thinking that the Giants
3
might
years
just
left.
Tear it apart now that looking at their record and seeing
exactly that's what I'm thinking too.
Seeing that they have players like Willie Adames making,
and not only that, look at the teams you're going against in that division.
Yeah,
you got the Padres, the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks.
The Padres aren't really scaring me. The way the Phillies
they're not.
manhandled the Padres.
They don't scare me either, but they're definitely a better team than San Francisco.
Yeah, and here it is.
Arizona's definitely a better team than San Francisco.
12 o'clock today. The Giants are open to trade offers for Devers, Adames, and Chapman. The Giants' most in-demand trade chip is most likely to be Luis Ariz. Reasonable salary, strong season, and free agent. He's actually hitting pretty good this year. Robbie Ray is on the trade market. Adames is in a $182 million contract. If anyone wants to take that,
I don't think people are.
Devers is in a $300 million contract. Yeah, Chapman is in a $150 million contract, and he's 33.
Yeah. So, I mean, you looking at all of those, what are you really looking at a prospect haul that you're getting? Probably not something that's too significant. I mean, maybe you will for Devers.
Even so, I feel Devers hasn't really shown like that he's worth
but
the
you're not,
big contract he was.
You're not going to get a prospect haul for Chapman. You're not going to get a prospect haul for Arias. You're not going to get a prospect haul for any of those players that you just mentioned.
Maybe Willie Adames.
I mean,
but I'm not trading, top prospects for a 33-year-old guy getting paid.
That's my point.
This type of money until 2030. They're kind of like in a situation where,
who's
like the Phillies.
So who's the one guy that they could probably trade?
That would give them is Heliot Ramos.
A good prospect haul. That would be Heliot Ramos, which is why I included him in this list, even though he's not being highlighted in any type of trades or anything like that. And he's exactly what the Phillies need. Right-handed bat. He's a guy that is pretty good defensively. You're not going to have too much drop-off. And he just mashes left-handed pitching. Now, he doesn't mash left-handed pitching in the sense of he hits a lot of home runs.
Yeah,
he just hits left-handed pitching.
He's got good exit velocity, good barrel, good hard hit percentage. I mean, the chase at 37, the strikeout at 20, the K at 26. So he's going to be striking out.
Yeah,
a good amount of times.
He's another one of those guys.
I feel like he's going to be another like Garcia type of player where he's going to strike out, but he's going to hit you some home runs. He's going to get on base for you, maybe.
He's a solid 5 or 6 hitter in the lineup.
And if you're not going to be paying him, a certain amount of money.
He's making $810,000 this season.
So he's making league minimum.
He's making $810,000. That is all he's making.
So I mean, I would trade I'm not a top prospect, but highly ranked, not a decent prospect in the system for a guy that's not making a good amount of money and he's playing well for you. I think Logan O'Hoppe was the number 5 prospect when they traded him for Brandon Marsh.
Right.
And,
so,
Marsh was this guy. Marsh was kind of like the same profile as Ramos.
Who's our number 5 right now? Is that Escobar?
It's Dante Nori.
Oh, Nori? What's Escobar?
Escobar is 4.
Oh, he's 4 now?
Rincones is 6.
All right. Well, if it was like Rincones and
Yeah, but they're gonna need that lefty platoon. Come on, where's that lefty platoon at?
Let's say they wanted like Rincones and they wanted. You know what? Fuck it. I'll throw in Escobar. Would you do it?
Not for number 4, number 6 prospect. I'd probably just trade like Dante Nori for Ramos 1-for-1. So the Phillies did for what's his face, Marsh.
I would take that. I'd take that deal in a freaking heartbeat. Especially by the fact that you would have Ramos here for at least the next 4 years.
I mean, Dante Nori, 245, 667 OPS, 4 home runs. He's played in Reading last year and with 190 batting average, 513 OPS.
Looking like a great player right there.
Yep. Looking like a player the Phillies used a first-round draft pick on.
And I'm pretty sure he was a pretty high first. He was like a top 10 pick too, I think.
27.
Oh, really? I thought that they got him a while ago.
What you're talking about.
I thought
2024 first round, 27.
Okay. I thought that they drafted him when they were still like in that period where they were not very good. But
no. But yeah, this guy is not really shown top prospect level for a number 5 overall prospect, I would say.
But I would take that. I'd take that trade.
And I don't really think like Logan O'Hoppe turned out like the Angels wanted to.
I mean, he's probably serviceable.
Yeah, 221 average, 624. He's not really like the greatest, I'm not going to lie.
No.
And I think last year he was 213 batting average, 629 OPS, 19 bombs,
But that's my list.
Yeah, it's a guys. It's a good list. It's not really like you're not going out and breaking the bank.
No, I tried to do options that would keep the Phillies.
I mean, if Dave Dombrowski really wanted to go all in, they probably trade for Byron Buxton.
Right, or one of the bigger names like that is going to actually cost you a decent amount of prospects and stuff like that.
Starting pitcher as well.
Yeah.
Somebody like not like a Tark Skubal, but like a Luis Castillo or somebody on the trade block.
Castillo is a guy that the Mariners have been trying to move as well.
Yeah.
Because they got so much starting pitching, like they don't need Castillo.
They don't. But someone that is worth the price that you're getting, not overpaying for somebody like Heli Ramos or whatever. I mean, I would do it.
Oh, 100% I would do that. I mean, 26-year-old guy, he's been in the majors already for 4 years.
Yeah, not making that much money.
Guy with still room for improvement. Like,
we got to trade for Mike Trout, though. Millville, Eagles fan.
But one player that I left off of this list that I know is being mentioned by everyone is Mickey Moniak. And the only reason I left him off has nothing to do with his ability or his play. It's just by the fact that he's a left-handed hitter. And Phillies already have too many left-handed bats.
Hitter. Also, I don't like Mickey Moniak, really.
I mean, I don't really care either way.
When I've saw that Mickey Moniak was the first overall pick, and he made his debut and he was all hyped up, and he was not really that good during his time with the Phillies, and they had to ship him off for what's his name, Noah Syndergaard, and then he's had some success with the Rockies, but when you take a look at his home and away splits, I mean, the dude's playing in Coors Field for a reason. He's batting .306 at home. His OPS is 1,000.
Yep.
He's got 9 home runs, and then when you take a look at his away stats, 3 home runs, under 250 batting average. And then you take a look at last year, too, and he had a
pretty good season last year, too.
Yeah, he did. He had 303 batting average, 946 OPS, 15 home runs. And then you look at his away split, that dude's hitting 230. So, I mean, I kind of am to believe that, like, you play well because you're at Coors Field.
Yeah, but still, just because he's left-handed, that just makes me immediately just like, nope, we already have too many left-handed guys on this team. I don't need another left-handed guy that's going to be someone who I want to be a starter for my team playing every day.
I don't want another, Gabriel Rincones.
Yeah, if I want someone that's going to be a starter on my team every day playing either left or right field for the next, 100 games, I'm going to want someone that's batting right-handed. Not someone that is inserting another left-handed bat into this lineup that is already way too lefty heavy. I mean, you have what? Stott?
You have
JT?
Stott. Not JT's not a lefty, silly.
No. I mean righties. Stott.
Stott's not a righty, silly.
Oh, yes.
You have Alec Boehm, Trey Turner,
Boehm,
JT.
Turner, JT.
And that's pretty much
it. That's your starters. That means
that is the starters, because you have Harper, who bats left, Schwarber, who bats left, Marsh, who bats left, Crawford, who bats left. Oh, I forgot about Alec Boehm, who also bats
No, you said Boehm. That was the first guy you said that's right.
No, Trey Turner, who bats righty.
Yeah, you said him too.
Oh, I said him too?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I guess I am,
No, it's the fact that there's literally only 3 guys that they have that are right-handed bats.
I was trying to think, who else is there, and I was...
Sosa's the only other guy.
And I said Garcia came in my head for a second, and then I was like, you know what? He's out for the whole season.
Yeah, so the only other guy that you have as a right-handed bat you can slot into this lineup right now is basically Edmundo Sosa.
Edmundo Sosa or Derek Hill or...
Right, and...
Marchand against the lefty.
And, that's great, but like we need someone that's a right-handed bat that's going to play every goddamn day.
Yeah, you
not
can't
someone
have
that's just going to be.
Can't have an Otto Kemp type of guy who's swinging freely and just I'm here to have fun type of guy. Like we want someone that's going to come here and help us succeed in the postseason.
Yeah, so that's my people that I highlighted. I don't know if you really want to highlight any names that intrigue you or anyone that you would like to see them bring on.
No, you nailed it out of the park with the people. I mean, those are the guys that have been on the Phillies' radar. So
yeah, and obviously the top two out of that list that you would probably want to get would be, I would say, Adele and Ramos, probably.
Yeah.
Right? So a Rosarena, maybe 3.
Rosarena I would really like, but I don't know how much it's going to cost you. Then you have
Ward 4.
Yeah, then Happ, Suzuki 5.
Mm-hmm. So that's probably how we would rank it in terms of probably what would be the best fit for the Phillies. But either one of them would definitely be a major upgrade over what they have, and they need to do something because when your outfield is going to be Stuart Baroa, Derek Hill, Gabriel Rincones Jr., all 3 guys who before this season were not Major League Baseball players, then you got a huge issue.
You got a problem on your hands, Phillies. So.
Oh, and Justin Crawford, who also was not a Major League Baseball player. 4 out of the 5 outfielders on your roster.
Garrett Stubbs can play left field.
Were not Major League Baseball players last year. Just think about that.
What about Edmundo Sosa? He can play left field now.
4 out of the 5 outfielders you have were not in Major League Baseball last year.
That is pretty silly from the Phillies.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That means basically your entire outfield was not a Major League Baseball player last year. You have an entire outfield of replacement players.
Besides Marsh. I mean, they had Nicky C, but they caught him, and now he's, on a whatever, sitting at home on the couch because they got caught by the Padres.
I don't even know what the heck he's doing right now. But
probably drinking a beer.
Presidente.
Yeah.
But
he built his own custom dugout.
I mean, they got to do something because
they do, yeah.
You can't be a team with championship aspirations and yet you are fielding one Major League Baseball outfielder and the other 4 on your roster are guys that probably deserve to be in AAA right now.
Yeah, pretty much. So hopefully the Phillies will have some. Hopefully we will have not the Phillies. Hopefully we will have some updates on whether or not the Phillies are targeting people at the deadline. It's still like a month and a half away. So
yeah, still early on.
But if the Phillies want to make a move early, they can. No problem with it. So
I mean, sometimes it's better to make a move early because
you don't know what's going to happen in August, and you might be screwed by then.
Plus, you don't know what other teams are going to be trying to go for the same exact player that you want.
Exactly.
And if you want to avoid a bidding war in the end of July, then make a trade now.
Exactly. Got to get in there early.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have some rumors in the coming weeks.
Oh, there's definitely going to be rumors.
Yeah, definitely. And for that, we will see you guys next week.